When deciding to transition your child from a crib to a toddler bed, it can be so overwhelming because there are so many choices out there. So what are you supposed to do? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the pros and cons of all the different options out there between a toddler bed, a floor bed, a twin bed, or a full-size bed. Let's talk about all of it. Now, first things first, you can just get a toddler bed. Generally, a toddler bed is very affordable. It can be a plastic race car. It can be a wooden small toddler bed. It can be whatever you want it to be. But some of the pros of a toddler bed are that they're low to the floor. You can continue using your crib mattress and your child is going to feel safe and snug. It's a really good transition from being in the crib with possibly no pillows and blankets, depending on the age of your child, to being able to have all these pillows, blankets, and stuffed animals in their toddler bed. So we know that this is safe and we know that there are many styles. Now, what are the cons of a toddler bed? Is that your child may grow out of it faster than they would anything else. So for example, if your child transitions from the crib to a toddler bed when they're about 3.5 years old, which I think is a great age to make this transition, then they move into a toddler bed, they may be outgrowing that in a year or two. So it really just depends on where you want to focus your budget and what you want to do as far as safety and being close to the floor. However, it is going to be another transition for your child. So if you have a very slow to warm up child, a child that resists change, you may want to skip this entirely. So then what's your next option? You could jump to a floor bed. Now, a floor bed can be a crib mattress just on the floor. You are not getting whatever frame that might be, whether it is a princess castle or like little, I've seen like the Cinderella pumpkin toddler beds or whatever it might be. You might just skip that step and just disassemble the crib and just put the mattress on the floor. So we know your kid is on the floor. They are safe. Whether they fall off the mattress or not, it doesn't even matter because they're going to just roll onto their floor. And honestly, the floor is a perfect place to sleep. So if this does happen to your child, don't feel like you need to rush in there and get them off of the floor and put them back on the mattress, because you're just going to interrupt their sleep cycle and thus wake them up, and who knows what's going to happen from there. So you know that your child is safe on a floor bed. So you can do the crib mattress like I said, or you could also get any other size mattress that you prefer, whether it's a twin, a full, a queen, whatever. But let's talk about the twin bed. So your twin mattress is quite a bit larger than the crib mattress, but it's not humongous. It is all they need. However, it is up off the floor. So from a safety standpoint, you are going to have to use crib rails. Now, maybe not crib rails, they're bed rails, whatever they're called. Many kinds just go right under the mattress and then the weight of the mattress keeps it on the bed. Others have hooks that make sure that it is more safely attached to the bed. So if you go for a toddler bed, I definitely recommend starting that off with a railing so that your child is not falling out of bed. One of the great perks of getting a twin mattress is that this is going to grow with your child. Your 3, 4, 5-year-old does not need a huge bed. They don't need a ton of space. And when they're 15, 16, 17, they really don't need a big bed either. Even college students have twin mattresses. Really, I'm a huge fan of the twin size mattress. I know a lot of families want to get their child a great big bed. The only time that I could see it being reasonable is if they have a crib that converts. So this is like a whole nother ball game. If you originally had a crib that converts from crib to toddler bed to day bed, I'm pretty sure they can transition into a full-size bed, then yes, go ahead and get the full-size mattress. You can make all those transitions with the crib that they have used for their entire lives. It is a comfortable and well-known sleep space for your child because it's what they've always had. So that is the only time that I could see getting a full-size mattress worth it for a toddler, because otherwise I just think that it's too much for a small child, and especially if they don't have a huge bedroom, it's just taking up more space. Like I said, many different choices, and there's so much on the market these days, so try not to get overwhelmed. But of course, the biggest things that you need to keep in mind is the safety of whatever you decide to use with your child, and your budget, what you want to spend, and really just like the style of the bed. Honestly, if your child is 3 years old or older, they really should be able to make these decisions on their own. You can, of course, make the final say. Giving your child lots of choices is going to help make transitions easier and better for your child. So you can always narrow it down to 2 options and ask your child if they want choice A or choice B, and then go with that. In the next video, we are going to talk about how to keep your child in bed overnight, specifically toddlers, because they want all the freedom in the world and we're not giving it to them. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss the next one, and keep blooming. Mwah.